How are you at giving and receiving feedback? When you give feedback, is it usually received well? And when someone gives feedback to you, how do you receive it? I'm Jen Broyles, and in this video, I am going to share one key question that you must ask anytime before you give feedback. One question that when you ask it before you give feedback, it will open up the door, it will change the energy, it will allow your feedback or your advice or your opinion to land and to be much better received than perhaps in the past. So maybe in the past, you've given feedback or shared your opinion or offered advice to someone and it just didn't land. It wasn't well received. Maybe it created friction in the relationship. Perhaps they were offended or took it defensively. Whatever it was, this could be the reason why. Or maybe you've been on the receiving end of someone giving you feedback, likely with really good intentions, but it just didn't land. And you perhaps felt a little violated or offended by whatever they said. And here's why. Here's why. Whenever you give feedback, ask permission. Ask permission. Okay. So whether it's advice, you're sharing an opinion, you're giving feedback to somebody, ask permission first. Hey, are you open to some feedback? That's it. Hey, are you open to some feedback? And respect whatever their answer is. If they say no, not right now, honor that. Honor that. And if they say yes, then share in a way that you is related to you. You know, maybe it was a conversation that you want to offer feedback on, and you can say something like, I felt this when you said this. You know, that's my perception. Tell me what you think, or what was your intention? So it can be very open and not not directing blame toward the person or not putting the other person down. You're taking ownership, you're accepting responsibility, but the first thing you get to do is ask permission. Ask permission. One of the biggest, I think, disruptors of open, honest communication where the space feels safe is when we give feedback or advice about another person when they're not ready to receive it, when they're not ready to receive it. And so this can be a game changer for you in all of your relationships. And it's something I still get to learn as well. And I'm making this video because I just had an experience of this exact situation with someone who is a leader in mindset and working with the subconscious mind and all these powerful things that help us be better people and show up in new and better ways. And I hopped on a call ultimately because he wanted feedback and I was prepared to offer that. And then once I did, he he went directly into giving me feedback, which I didn't even ask for. I didn't ask for it. And so I was like, huh, that's interesting, you know? And it's just an example of how easy it is for the ego to come in, for the ego to come in and want to, kind of protect, and maybe go to blame or, well, you didn't do this, and I see opportunity, like you're not doing this right and you're not doing this right. I came into that call not even asking for feedback. And if he had asked, I don't know what I would have said. I may have said yes. And then, like, that ultimately prepares myself to receive it. Whereas in this case, I was kind of blindsided by it. And that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. So I had the opportunity to say, I appreciate your feedback. And here's how I feel. And here's my experience. But it just didn't sit right, you know? And if he had asked, hey, thank you for the feedback. Are you open to feedback? That would have changed the experience completely, completely. And so that's what I offer you. This is something you can use in all of your relationships because most problems that we experience are interpersonal relationship problems. They're related to a relationship, either with ourselves or with someone else. And so, one way that we can level up our relationships is to be responsible for it all, ultimately. Not place blame, not place fault, not place guilt or shame. I am responsible for it all. And ask permission. If you have feedback to share, if you feel really called to share advice or feedback or an opinion about another person, or about something that they did or something that they said, ask permission. Hey, are you open to feedback? That's it. And then honor their response. So, love to hear how this lands for you and how you'll be moving forward in your relationships. Is there something that you're going to change? Is this something that you feel inspired to implement? I'd love to hear in the comments below. All right. Until next time.